Hey everybody, today I'm going to make a really simple supper. All it is green beans and chicken, and my husband usually only cares to have one side, so if I was going to make more sides, mashed potatoes would go really good with this. But I'm just making chicken and green beans, and I thought you'd like to see how I make this. It's really tasty and delicious, but very minimal trouble and very quick to get it done. So I'll put you down and we'll just get started. So I just have a 9x9, I think that's what this is, little baking pan. And I have some chicken here that I washed, and it might still have a little bit of water on it, and that's okay. So let me see. So this is thighs. They don't have the skin on them. And this one is giving me trouble. And I'm just unrolling these here out in my pan. And at this point, you can put whatever type of seasoning you want. But for this recipe, I feel like you don't need much types of seasoning. I'm just going to use salt and pepper. So here is this, and I didn't touch the chicken with this hand because I knew I was going to be touching my salt and pepper. So you can put whatever amount you think you need on there. I didn't have very much in my fingers as I did it. And then put your your pepper. And so that is it as far as preparing it for the stove. So I have my oven on 400, and I'm going to put these in for about half an hour, or until I think that they are at least halfway done. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in. And now we're going to go to our green beans. Let's see. I believe this would be better. So, for the green beans, this is another very simple recipe, but it's good. You'll be surprised. I have 2 cans of green beans. The first can is the regular cut green beans, and the second can is the French style. And it doesn't matter if both of them are French style or what. Anything will work with them. So, and on the one can, the regular cut ones, I poured off half of the water. But you do want some, or the fluid, you do want to have some in there. So, next, you want to put some, this is my bacon grease, and you want to put enough that you will get a good taste of it when you eat it. And this is Splenda. You can use Splenda, or you can use regular sugar, or you don't have to use a sweetener at all. I'm going to put about a good full tablespoon. And then the last ingredient is vinegar, apple cider vinegar. And you want to put at least a couple tablespoons of vinegar in there. I put about 3 just then. And I'm just going to mix this up. I'm going to put a lid on it, and when it comes to a boil, I'm going to cut it down to where it simmers slowly, and it will just simmer the whole time that I'm cooking the chicken. And we'll be back in about a half hour, and I'll continue on with the chicken. The chicken cooked for about a half hour, maybe 35 minutes, and it's ready to go on to the next step, which is your last step before you eat it. So here is the chicken, and I moved things around from where I started, as I did start out with the beans here, and now they're back there, if you notice that. But what we're going to do is take the chicken out of this pan for just a minute and just lay them on your plate out of the way. And then that's just a couple pieces of chicken. They don't look too good. I'm just going to throw those away. Okay, what you do next is the juices that came from the chicken. You put those in a bowl or a cup or something. And that didn't make very much at all. So I'm going to have to add a little bit of water to that, but you then you put your chicken back in the pan, and at this time turn them over from the way they were to begin with. So you have those in there. Now I'm going to put, like I say, a little bit more water. I've got that much in there now. I have about 2/3 of a cup of water. And then I'm going to add this can of cream of chicken soup. And just stir that up real good. Once you have that stirred up real good, you'll just want to pour it on your chicken. And with this, as I said, it would be good to make some mashed potatoes or even some rice to put this chicken gravy over it. But we're going to stick this back in the oven. I've lowered the heat to 350. So we're going to put it back in for about 20 minutes, and then we'll be ready to eat. The chicken is out of the oven and we're ready to eat, and everything looks really good. So I will take you down and let you see the chicken, it's right here. There it is up closer. And then here is the beans, and they just simmered, and they lost some of their juice while they were simmering, but that's just fine. And this is the plate I had put the chicken in while I got the juices out of the pan, so it's a little bit dirty, but it'll be fine. So I'm going to get him, this is for my husband, I'm going to get him a couple of pieces of chicken and some broth or some gravy. And then I'm going to get him some green beans. I'm not going to give him a lot of green beans because he is not the biggest fan of green beans. But he loves chicken thighs. So that is what it looks like. Some bread would be good with it, but he is not a big fan of bread either. So I think that he will enjoy this. I'm going to go ahead and give it to him and see what he thinks. So thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. No, I never take y'all for granted. I just thank God every day for you. So please have a good evening, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.